When I was in college, I had this friend named Arnold, and Arnold was this really great guy. He was like my best friend, and he was smart, and he was like liberal. He was progressive, and open-minded, and just a brilliant guy. But he had this one weird character defect, which was that he was racist against Asians. And I was like, Arnold, how could you be racist against a whole people? And he was like, well, I knew this Asian guy who was like really uptight. And I was like, yeah, but that's one guy. He's like, no, but not just him. Other ones too. Like I've a lot of them. I've noticed they're really uptight, and I just don't like them. And I was like, Arnold, that's crazy. There are all these great Asian people. He's like, something about them is just really uptight. I just like, okay, well, you're crazy, but whatever. And then, I used to go to the library every day to study, and there was this security guard there who was Asian, and he would check IDs. And whenever I'd give him my ID, he would like look at my ID, then he'd look at me like really suspiciously, and then he'd look at my ID, then he'd look at me really suspiciously again, and he'd look at my ID again, and he would do this for like a whole minute, and then he'd give it to me. And the first few times I just thought it was kind of weird, but after a while I got really tired of it, and sometimes I'd be in a hurry, and he'd be like checking my ID like forever, and I would go there every single day, and like he had to remember me. And I just thought, why are you doing this? And so once he was doing it, and I just took my ID, and I was just like, here, look, you want to see my ID? Here, look. And I like held it right up in front of his face. And then I took it away from him, and he's like, gimme. And I was like, you saw it already. Look. And he's gimme. And then I like ran past him, and then he like ran after me, and like I hid, and then like, he couldn't find me. And then like, I was actually able to find a place to study, but then when I was leaving, I had to like go past him again, and I tried to like sneak by him, but he like saw me, and he's like, hey you! And then he runs after me, and I'm running down the hall and down the stairs, and he grabs me, and he's like shaking me, and he's like, give me ID! And I was like, okay, and I give him my ID, and he looks at it, and he looks at me, and he looks at the ID, and he looks at me, and then finally he like gives it back to me, and he's like, next time you give me ID! And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. And then, he finally let me go, and I left, and I was just really shaken, and I was kind of scared of this guy. And I remember thinking, Arnold's right. Asians really are uptight. And then I realized, that's how it works. That's how racism works. Someone plants a seed in your head, and then you have this bad experience that kind of confirms the stereotype. And then unconsciously, you just start kind of buying into it. And, I kind of snapped out of it after a moment, but I realized, and it was kind of scary, like, for that 1 minute, I was a racist.